Sorry about that. Let me run this back. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see that. Hold on here.
Do exactly that. They won't be there forever. I can't say, as I stand here right now, how long it'll be on, how long it'll be a feature of things. But, arguably, it won't be a vaccine passport you'll be showing in the first half of next year. It'll be your booster passport to show that you've been to have your third jab and that you've still got the protection that comes from either AstraZeneca, Moderna or Pfizer.
Key. Very key. Incremental steps. From distancing, lockdowns, to outdoor-only masking, to indoor-only masking, to permanent masking. Oh, there's no inoculation. We don't have to worry about inoculations. We won't mandate an inoculation. Boom. Weeks later, mandates, inoculations, not only passports for inoculations, but now boosters. Do you see how the incremental, gradual Fabian steps are taken? We've already connected this to the World Economic Forum. We've already connected this to the RAND Corporation, the Internet of Bodies. You guys know where this is going. Let's show a little bit of some more areas that kind of brings all of this together so we all can sit back and truly understand what's happening. So, can you believe this? Booster passports now? And you do understand that last show I showed you guys evidence how FDA had declined the use of boosters, but then I believe the next day they just approved boosters. So you understand the FDA, CDC, WHO, they're all together, man. This is all a concerted effort at global governance. This is a unified process that focuses on a communitarian / utilitarian, utopian, Fabian-like organized mission. Very, very, very clever and very, very demonic. I have more. So you see where this is going. This might just be in one pocket area of Australia, but for me, and I know they're not the only ones, but I in a sense, look at Canada and Australia as China model sites. Now, what does that mean? First off, there's the China model. China, the structure, the process by which their people are organized is the model for the utopian, dystopian, or as Kelly would say, protopian future of technocracy. China is the model, right? The organization model. It appears as if Canada and Australia are the current China model sites. It's as if they're testing the China model on Western populations. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on.
A bit kind of colour.
Well, that was convenient, wasn't it? Anyhow, it's a China model, right? So what we're dealing with here is, for the first time, some might argue, we are seeing the China model play out in a Western population. Isn't it kind of interesting, right? And it's saddening to see these populations so easily fall for this, man. And I understand history plays a big part. The development of these countries and the culture that developed as these countries developed plays a key role in the worldviews and the psychological positions that the people take. Americans are much different. You just have to be completely honest, not to say we're better or anything like that. But Americans are a little bit different in that there is some sense, a lot more of a sense of independence and individualism, I would argue. And I could be wrong, but that's at least what it appears to be to me, right? Let's continue here. So, check out this one. Here's another. This one's real short. But this is just giving you an idea of this kind of Fabian totalitarianism and how they're just foisting all of this on everyone and we're just supposed to accept it, right?
There will be no removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl.
Can you believe that? I mean, this is a bit extreme, right? But I think it's a good example of the irrational behavior, the insanity of all of this. It's like, what do you want us to do, right? It's just crazy. So we're going to fly through these clips here. Now here is Trudeau. Listen to the rhetoric. Listen to the communitarian undertone, the subtext of this, in this together. It's very utilitarian. Some would say communistic. Check this out. Just listen to the terms, or should we say the language.
We're paying for the provincial passports to make sure that when someone comes into, we're paying for the provincial vaccine passports to make sure that when someone comes into a restaurant, they'll know they won't be sitting beside a table of people who are unvaccinated. When you go into a gym, when you go to a movie theater, you need to know that if you've done the right things, you get...
If you've done the right things. This is important, guys, because for the non-thinking masses, they're not able to differentiate between a moral and a logical arguments, right? They don't understand, because what they've done through our intellectual trimming of education and this kind of hyper-reality, this hedonism, nihilism, and all of these different postmodern movements, the average individual doesn't know how to parse through arguments very well. And someone could be making a moral argument. Someone could be making a subjective or emotional argument. And they will take it as if it's logic, because they do not understand the difference between a logical argument and an emotional argument, or should we say a moral argument. He's making the moral argument here. So it's as if now it's not about making sure one is healthy or one is immune. It's about doing the right thing, he says. We need to have passports to make sure you did the right thing. Pay attention. This is
Did the right thing to what?
And the problem is it works, man.
Who is the
It
what who
works.
we did the right thing
We're
to?
seeing it happen right now.
Yeah.
Run it back.
For the provincial... When someone comes into a restaurant, they'll know they'll be sitting beside a table of people who are unvaccinated. When you go into a gym, when you go to a movie theater...
How is this
you need
fucker
to know
in
that if
charge
you've
of a
done the
country?
right things,
It's
you
madness.
get to be safe. You get...
Whoa, and that's another one. Safety and security. Peace and security. Safe. As if you're unsafe. See, this is part of the psychology. They must make sure everyone thinks or presumes, mind you, presumes they are unsafe. Okay? As long as they can convince the majority of the population that they are just inherently, at all times, objectively unsafe, they can provide the safety. Behavior modification 101.
to be rewarded for having done the right things. That's what it's all about. If you've done the right things, you get to be safe. You get to be rewarded for having done the right things. That's what it's all about. And those people who still hesitate, who still resist, well, they won't get to enjoy the same things that those who've done their part for others. It seems like a very logical
Communitarian.
thing. It seems like a very obvious...
Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm cutting. I keep pausing and talking. I know it's annoying. I have to do this. It seems. He says it seems like a logical thing. No, it's not logical. It's emotional. You see that? Just totally proved it right there. Proved the point right there. It seems like a logical. It's not. It only seems logical because you can't tell the difference between a logical argument and an emotional one. You did the right thing for others. Do you see where this is going? Incremental Fabian type of methodology, right? This push towards really communitarianism is probably the most accurate term. Shout out to Brother Brad. He's done